Flahayam Julie Nagayaho. Hello, I'm Julie Lomboy. I'm an enrolled member of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde. I'm a descendant of Klickitat, Molalla, Wasco, Chinookan, Klamath, Filipino, Scandinavian, French Canadian, and German people. I'm here to speak with you in brief about something that I'll be doing, a few reasons as to why, and extending an invitation to those of you that feel called to join in some manner, whether that be sending the word via social media or mouth, or participating alongside me, or sharing resources. I will be hiking from near the mouth of the Columbia River at Settler Point and hiking as close to the river as possible. That's going to be challenging due to the infrastructure, private property, and human footprint. But I'll be hiking as close as I can up to the Hanford Nuclear site. The Hanford Nuclear site is from World War II, up in Richland, Washington, and this is a facility where there's still nuclear waste seeping into the soil, which we know will reach the Columbia River if the government doesn't get on it and make right the wrong they've made. There are many corners cut during the lifetime of this facility, the Hanford Nuclear Facility, and it's because there was such a rush with the sciences of nuclear power and everything, and unfortunately we're still experiencing those consequences. And I bring that up because with the race for AI technology, there are so many corners being cut at so many locations, and with the intent they have to build AI data centers along the Columbia River, the small modular reactors and such, we cannot allow them to do what they please and cut corners. If we can stop them from building these in general, that would be absolutely remarkable. However, that is quite the battle, and if we can at least ensure that they don't cut corners and they have to do everything to the T and ensure that nothing could ever contaminate, hurt, or destroy the ecosystem in which they'll be on, and or the Columbia River, which they will be right next to. That is all I can hope for. And that is what I'm going to use my body and voice and self for, fighting for those that aren't able to fight for themselves along the Columbia River and much further. I know there are so many tribes and organizations that are speaking up and advocating for the river and those that live along it, and I've been called to do the same thing. They're also planning to put a nuclear fission plant along the Columbia River, and as I spoke about the Hanford site, we really just, there's enough infrastructure along the river that contaminates it, pollutes it, and kills so many inhabitants that really we can't allow for that space to be taken up anymore, especially by large corporations that truly just care about themselves. The nuclear fission plant is truly just looking to develop power to feed the AI reactors, not even to bring down the inhabitants, the human inhabitants, power or dependence upon the dams, the over 200 dams that are along the Columbia River that have completely radically changed tribal communities, all of the animals, all of the inhabitants that live along the river, and those being in place are continued assimilation and forced colonization that is truly a spear in all of our sides and also needs addressing. And so with all of these things taking place and going on, and with the current administration hiding important documentation about the Columbia River and the negative ecological and social impacts that it has with all the dams, I recognize it's important. It's it's now or never with regards to using my voice and body. And so here I am. Um, so from June 14th to about July 9th, 10th, I will be out there along the river, and I this is not my forte. Um I'm not a social activist loudly. I do my social justices in my day to day, in my, my way of living and interacting. And I recognize that I need to extend myself outside of my bubble. And that is quite the vulnerability, quite the risk, but it's a very healthy risk. And um, through loud activism, through peaceful protesting, there has been remarkable, beautiful changes. You look at the ADA, um, there have been, I mean, we're still fighting racism and colonization and um, the very documents in which we base this country upon are racist in themselves. And I know so many people breathe their words as if they are the gospel, and really we need to reevaluate the infrastructure and the entire system in which we cohabitate as a community and society here in the United States. And this is me taking a step forward, putting myself out there and saying that I am an ally, I am a fighter, I am a peaceful protester, and I'm an auntie, I'm a sister, I'm here to live on the land and to breathe wellness and love as long as I live. And I invite you to join me on this journey if you feel called to, in whatever way fits you. And um, yeah, Hayash Hayamasi, thank you so much for your time. And I'm wishing you wellness, and I hope to connect with you, or even if we don't connect, I wish you wellness and strength in this journey. Hayamasi, Afki.